Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamshachanuramardana Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I salute the Lord Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, the destroyer of the demons, Kamsa and Chanura, the darling of Mother Jasoda, and the world teacher. I salute him again and again. Peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are reading Bhagavatan, and here we read that the war is over, and as a result, when Krishna is going back to his own kingdom, and when he is almost ready to go, then he was approached by Kunti, Mother Kunti, the mother of the Pandavas. And she was praying and praising the purpose of the birth of Bhagavan, Krishna. And she praised in so many verses. We have read some of them, and we'll read the rest today. That is the chapter 8, verse number 36. We'll start, but I go a little earlier to connect with it. So Krishna said, Mother Kunti said that it is said that why you have incarnated, you are the Lord of the universe. What is the need of your coming down in the human form? So Kunti said on page 34, verse 17, there it started. In the company of her sons and the wives of Draupadi, Kunti Devi, the mother of the Pandavas, who had been just saved from Brahma missiles, thus addressed Krishna, and who was about to start for Dwarka after the war. And then he said what she said, Namaste Purusha Tvam Adi Vishari Prakityam Param, verse number 8. So 18. I salute the uncreated original being, the supreme person, the Lord of all, the one transcending all Prakriti. You are abiding within and without all beings. None can see you directly. He's talking about Krishna, Krishna, the Lord of the universe, and he is not a human being. When God comes down, he looks like ordinary human personality. But they look like human, but they are all divine. So like Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Christ, Shankara, Bhagavan, Sri Rama, Krishna, Sri Chaitanya, they look like human, but they are all manifestation of the infinite power of God, because God himself hides himself in that human form and for the good of humanity, to take away the sins of the world. So Mother Devaki was continually talking about the glory of the Lord Krishna. What he said, let me read verse number. Some say why you are born. Some say that you have come, being born to destroy the asuras and re-establish the dharma, like that. So 34th verse we said, right? There are some others. There are so many. Some say he said that you came for keeping a play, divine sport behind you, so people will remember ages together afterwards. And then thinking of that, divine play, their mind will be purified. That's called the Leela, Bhagavat Leela. So that was the purpose of your coming, some say. Some say, others are of the view that you did take birth as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. That is verse number 33 on page 36. Because of the austerities, because Vasudeva and Devaki, they prayed to God, "O Lord, please, you be our child." And they did tremendous austerities in their previous birth. And they are now born as the mother and father Vasudeva and Devaki in this age. But the privilege of being your parents, and that by taking such birth, you could work for the welfare of the world and eliminate the wickedness from it. 34. There are some others, there are other views that who say that you, O Lord Krishna, you did take birth at the request of the Brahma. Brahma requested you to relieve the earth from its burden, the wicked and the unrighteous men, and save the whole world thereby. You are like a boat that is about to be, the world, the good people are capsized as well. And to save them from drowning, you have been appearing into the human form. 35 verse, the last time we read. Still there are other people maintain this purpose of your incarnation is what? To provide men who are struggling in samsara, means this world, the chain of cause and effect, consisting of ignorance and desire, of desire prompted actions, followed by repeated births and deaths, with material suited for the devotional disciplines of the hearing and remembering in the shape of an accounts of your sportive actions. So some people say, why God descends? Such an impossible thing, why he does? He does that because he is to set certain divine play. So even see, look at that, you go to Vrindavan, how many people, how many life that dedicated there, they are living on the divine thought. Oh, Krishna played here like with the cowherd boys. Oh, Krishna played here with the gopis, the pure-hearted soul. And gopis, Krishna did this here and that here. And when people go around that place and see, they remember your holy stories and remembering that their mind becomes free from all sins. And what happens? This turmoil, the birth and death cycle, that's very beautifully said. But it is all the, who is saying all this? Mother Kunti. Yeah. What a knowledge, what a pure soul was she. So she said that your incarnation is to provide men, people in the world who were struggling in samsara. Samsara means in this cycle of birth and death. And why you are cycle of birth and death? Because we want this, we want that, and we think that I will get it by practicing this, by practicing that. Because of this desire, driven by the desire, we are all here. Why? We are all because we are bound by our desires. I want this, therefore I am here. Where we go? You come over here because you desire to come. People are going to movie, they desire to go to movie. People are going to New York because they desire to go there. You going to school, you desire to go to school because you will have some learning and it will help you earning money and this and that, establish in life. So everything in our life is desire. So desire driven. And what desire comes from? Desire comes from thinking we are all perfect, no? But we don't know that we think if I get it, I'll be perfect. If I am full, I don't need to go anywhere. Hey, yes, Gita suggests, Upanishad suggests that you are that. You are pure self. But why you are hankering? Why are you crying, weeping in the world? Because you desire this. Most of the places are all problems, according to Vedanta, it says it is the desire. So you can desire, you don't desire, you are free soul. Huh? There is a story, no? That a bird has collected one meat in the mouth. And as the meat was there, all the crow ran from different direction and was pecking on him, and the bird was flying from one to the other branch of the tree, and all the crows are chasing, and he's restless, he could not stop, sit comfortably. What the question of eating? He was holding the meat. That's all he thought, that I'll eat. And all the crows made his life miserable. After some time, the crow, that bird, what is called the uh, a, some uh, meat-eating crow bird, then he, being troubled, he dropped the meat. As soon as the meat was dropped, all the crows ran to the meat and forgot him. So he then rested. It is an example in the Bhagavat. There is an example. Ramakrishna referred to that. So that means when you are free from desire, you are free. Because you thought that you will hold on to that, all our problem is coming. So, but oh Lord, that those who were in the cycle of birth and death because of the desire, and desire is ignorance, because I am thinking I am already full. In me is infinite joy. That's the Vedanta teaches. You are divine. Or we devotionally say, in me is God. No? In me is the divine, in me is the Lord. But we don't know that. Not knowing is called ignorance. Because of that ignorance and of desire, and desire prompted actions followed by our repeated births and deaths, with materials suited for the devotion. For them, how to come out of this samsara, how to come out of this turmoil of birth and death and suffering and pain. They will listen to your holy message, your holy karma, good karma, and then they'll be freed from bondage. Now, today, it is those who always hear about, recite, praise, remember, and delight in your sportive action that quickly attains to your lotus feet, which put an end to the cycle of birth and death. So, if we think of God, what happens? My mind becomes purified. And as the mind becomes purified, you see the truth face to face. Your suffering goes away because you are connected with the divine. So you have come and took so much trouble only to enact certain things in the life so that people in posterity, even today, Krishna came when? Much earlier than Buddha. Buddha is 2500 years. At least Krishna should be much earlier. And Rama came much earlier. Rama and Krishna, people even today thinking of Rama and Krishna, they are getting peace in their heart. Their divine sport, their Leela, Ramayana, Mahabharata, that is the story. So that is the purpose. You're coming. Your lotus feet into the cycle of birth and death. O Lord of all, you who indulge in sportive action for the edification of your devotees, you are now going to abandon us. That means you are leaving the war field now and you are going back to your own kingdom in Dwarka. Alas, except your feet, we have no strength to sustain us against the anger and might of various royal houses who entertain enmity towards us. Kunti is talking. Kunti suffered whole life with the 5 brothers, and Duryodhana enjoyed the kingdom and created such terrible situation for their peace. So that's why mother is saying that you accept, how shall I live? You are leaving us, how shall I live in this body if we miss that you are no more with us? So, to sustain us against anger and might, various royal houses who entertain enmity with us. Without you in our midst, what will be the condition of us? That is the verse 38. The Jodhus and the Pandavas who have attained to reputation and prosperity by your presence among us. It shall be like the condition of an organ when the soul has departed from the body. That means you are the prana, force prana. The eyes will remain, eyes will not see if the prana goes away. So you are our prana, you are our vital source. If you leave us, then these organs will remain, look like organ, but it has no function. So we'll live like a dead without you. That is the implication. Verse 39. When this country ceases to be adorned with your auspicious footmark, it shall also cease to be that beautiful and prosperous place that it happens to be at present. Because you have touched these places, everything has material prosperity has come out in all these places. That means wherever God puts his step, that place become auspicious, that place become pure. 40th verse. Now all things in this region, its prosperous villages, its luxuriant vegetation, its forests, mountains, and seas seem to have put on a gala appearance because of your glances falling on them. Because you looked and you walked on the ground. So this place has become full of prosperity and glory. But if you leave, then what will happen? It will become all dry. It has no meaning then. It will lose its luster. It will lose its luster. It will lose its all strength. 41 verse. Atho Visvesha Vishwatmana Vishwamurte Swakesumi Snehopasamilam Chindri Diham Pandushu Vishnishu. The Sanskrit, if we know, the verses are so profound, the words are so strong. O Vishesha, O Lord of the Vishwa, this whole universe, O soul of everybody, O all who became this, you have become everything. It is you who have become everything. Cut asunder this strongly rooted attachment of mine to the clan of the Pandava and Jodhus. That means I am a mother. So I love this Pandava, my children, and this who supported us. But it is an attachment. I don't want to get attached to them, but I want to attach to you. See the purity of Mother Kunti and the prayer. O Vishesha, Lord of the universe. O Vishwatman, the source of this world. O Vishwamurte, everything in the Vishwa, in this world, I see you have become everything. Sakeshumi, and I am Sneho Pasam Imam Chindi. I am attached to the Pandus, or the 5 brothers, and I am attached to those kings who supported us. So cut asunder, down this strong bondage, me and mine sense, destroy them. My attachment towards the Pandu and Brishni means Pandu means the 5 Pandavas, her own children, and Brishni means which is Krishna's followers. They are called Brishnis. So I have attachment. I don't get attached to them also. Mother is saying, I don't get attached to my children or to even your supporters, those who are born out of Vishnu quality, those who are born.
No, Kunti was from that. Kunti was a relative of Krishna. His species.
That's why Vishnu means the Vishnu's lineage. They are also, I am attached to them. So I want to cut asunder all my bondage from everyone. So, oh dear Lord, just as the river Ganga is continuous stream flowing towards the ocean, as is the normal rule. All the rivers flow towards the Ganga, or the ocean. So Ganga flows to the ocean. So may my mind, eschewing all other objects, become a continuous stream of love and attachment with you as its sole object. So this is called renunciation. This is called tyaga. But how spontaneously mother is purified, her mind is going towards Krishna. He said, I don't want to get attached to anything and anybody. Let from my mind go away all other objects and thoughts. And let my mind unconditionally continue a stream of love. What I have, my love, stream of love and attachment. If I have, let it flow for you and you alone. Our love is flowing the other direction. That is called the world. And he is asking, Mother Kunti is asking, she is saying, pray, bless me, so that my mind flows in uninterruptedly towards that truth and truth alone. O Sri Krishna, 43. O friend of Arjuna, O leader of the Vrishnis, O the blazing fire consuming the tribe of the evil and oppressive rulers of the world. He's saying about these are praises of Krishna, qualities of Krishna. He's saying, you are the friend of Arjuna. Yes, Arjuna's friend. You are the leader of the Vrishnis, all these clan of the Vishnu means Vrishnis clan. That means the kings. That the blazing fire. You are the blazing fire to consume the tribe of evil and oppressive rulers. Those who are to rule, you have vanquished them by your plan. No, in the Gita 11th chapter says, it is I in the Vishwarup, in the cosmic form. I have killed them, everything. Oh, Arjuna, just you be just be a medium. Just you stand here and destroy them. O one of inexhaustible power and energy, O Lord of Gokula, O protector of the weak and the holy, O master of yoga, O spiritual guide of mankind, O the Lord of all, I salute you again and again and again. So, you are only resort. I want to dedicate my life towards you only. Let my all love flow. Rabindranath Tagore said, ধাই যেন মোর সকল ভালোবাসা. Let my all love, our সকল আশা, all desires, all cravings, তোমার পানে, towards you. So, Mother Kunti is saying, O Krishna, let all my attachment, all my love flow uninterruptedly at your feet. And you are the Lord of the universe, you are the friend of Krishna, you are the Arjuna, you are the friend of, you are the leader of the Vrishni clan, you are the blazing fire which consumes the tribal mentality of the evil and oppressed rulers. You are the inexhaustible power of energy. You are the source of all energy. You are the Lord of the Gokula, O protector. You are the protector of the weak and the holy people. God protects the weak and the holy. So, master of yoga, you are the yogi Sreshta. Krishna is, that's why, in the middle of the war, he's just perfectly peaceful. He does not get agitated at any point of time. So you are the master in yoga and spiritual guide of the mankind. Oh, the Lord of all, I salute you again and again. Now, Mother Kunti finished her praise to Krishna. And now, Suta, again, Suta. Who is the Suta? The narrator. The narrator who is sitting in front of Dhritarashtra, the blind king. No, sorry. Suta is who has listened to this conversation from
Shulko
Shuko and what is that? Parikshit, the king Parikshit. So she is saying, the Suta said, when Kunti Devi, verse number 44, when Kunti Devi had finished hymning his glory in sweet words, Sri Krishna cast his bewitching smile on her. The beautiful verse, no? Prithetam kalapadai pariputa khilodaya mandam jahasu vaikunto mohayan nivamaya. That's the point, verse number 44. He only cast a bewitching smile. That means his grace, his compassion, that purified the heart and showing God's grace to the people who pray sincerely and understand the glory of God. Vijay, Sri Ramakrishna, we say, chant in every day evening prayer, Bhikshane Mohojai. When you cast a glance upon us, my delusion will go away. I am weak. I cannot be free from delusion. But you just put a glance upon us. In many places, prayer is, in Hindu prayers are there. You put a glance, Ramakrishna putting a glance to anybody, and that person becomes purified. So it's there is a compassion. The look at you means they take away all our sins. So he's saying that when he finished, then Sri Krishna cast his bewitching smile on her, means the Kunti Devi, mother. 45 verse. And he blessed her so that as prayed by her, she would attain to loving devotion to the Lord. So it is a blessing. Okay, you prayed for pure love, you will get it. So actually she blessed. He blessed Kunti. Come.
Okay, so I was sleeping. I just
45 verse. Then he entered Hastinapur, took leave of all the royal ladies, and was about to leave for his city of Dwarka. Again, Bhagavan Krishna is trying to get out of this place and go back to his own kingdom. So in between he was caught by mother, and mother prayed. We are thinking, my God, how he is standing for a long time. No, it is not like that. Because people used to speak in Sanskrit. So to read these few verses, it will take 5 minutes. How long it will take? I salute you, sir, oh Lord, oh do what if I continuously read, how long it will take? So 7 minutes she only detained him. She only detained Krishna for 5-10 minutes and praised, you are the Lord of the world, please take away my samsara attachment, let my mind flow uninterruptedly towards you, and that maybe let me sever all my bondage with my own children and all the relations who I love, so that all love will flow uninterruptedly towards you. So this much prayer. And now again, then Krishna again wanted to take buy from the queens and others of the palace. So then, and he was going to his Dwarka when he was detained by Yudhishthira. Who is Yudhishthira? Kunti's elder son, Arjuna's elder brother. With a loving request to Krishna, again, to stay on for some time more. When we read this book, then we think that it is impossible. Such a philosophical thing, how he can be. It gets maybe 1 day, 2 days we will take to chant it. No, it only takes 5-10 minutes. And say we read the Chandi, how long it takes? If you Sanskrit, only Sanskrit part. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, one chapter is done. And that is the praise. It is a praise like that. So again Krishna was detained with the request of Yudhishthira, the elder brother of Arjuna. And 46 verses. In spite of being consoled and instructed by divine sages like Vyasa, and even by Krishna himself, with several quotations from ancient traditions, Yudhishthira's sorrow at the total destruction of which he was the cause could not be assuaged, and his conscience cleared. What happened? Yudhishthira is the from the Pandava side. He is the chief. So if he said no war would have been. But he is the me. Now he feels that I am responsible. Because of me, so many people died in the war, both sides. So, though it is a righteous war, but I should not have given consent to this. Because I have given this consent, so many people died. So, I am at fault. So, he is feeling some type of prick of the conscience that I am the cause of suffering and death of so many thousands and thousands and thousands of soldiers and from both sides. So Yudhishthira's sorrow at the total destruction of which he was the cause could not be assuaged, and his conscience cleared. This was indeed due to the will of Krishna. This happened because this is also God's will. Everything happens by God's will. So why Yudhishthira is now repenting like that? That also was the wish of the Lord Krishna. And we don't understand his ways, his mysterious and unfathomable ways. Verse 47. Now Suta is talking this, no? Suta. Saying, "Oh holy men," other people who are standing to listen to this description. King Yudhishthira, thinking like an ignorant, was overcome by his attachment for and sorrow at the death of all the friends and relatives. So naturally, like ordinary people, we think that somebody died. Why he or she died? Where did he or she go? We lose, we lost, no? So Yudhishthira also thinking like ordinary people like us, that I am the cause of death of so many people. All these people would have lived. If I have just said that I don't want the war, I go away somewhere else, I'll be begging in the food, as Arjuna also praised in the talked in the Gita. I'll be begging with a begging bowl. I'll go to door, but I don't want to have the war. But Bhagavan Krishna convinced him it is a righteous war. So Yudhishthira knows all these things, but he now started behaving like that of an ignorant person. And he now started saying what he said, 48 verse. Oh calamity, look at the deep-seated ignorance of the wicked fellow that I am. For the sake of this body, which is going to be a food of jackals and vultures. That means after death, what will happen to the body? Either you burn it, and burning is difficult. After the war, how many bodies, thousands and thousands of bodies are killed, no? So who is going to cremate? So it's just a very, very picture is very strong picture. As if this body would have been after a few days, it will die. And when it dies, it will be the meat for vultures and jackals. So for this body, I have caused the destruction of armies and countless men comprising them. From my side, we started the war. So I am the cause of destruction of the army of our group as also the opponent group. I am not going to be liberated from hell even after thousands upon thousands of years of suffering there. Why? Because the slayer as I am of children, I am the cause of the death of the children. how many young boys died in the war. And the Brahmanas, there are so many good people who also are connected with the war, they died. Friends, relatives, fathers, brothers, teachers, and the like. So they are all killed for my sake. See, Yudhishthira is such a learned and wise person. Ignorance came in his mind also. He is thinking, I am the cause of all this destruction. Least he didn't understand that time that I am nothing. Everything is happening by God's will. Who are we? We are like robots. Robots do function. But who is guided? Robot is guided by whom? Robot is always guided by the robotic engineer, software or robotic engineer. Someone is to operate them. Engineering is also, maybe I understand, but someone needs to operate or give some guidance. Do this, do that. No? So who is saying inside, do this, do that? It is the Lord. The Lord is playing his Lord's play going on. And Duryodhana thinking, I did it. See again how it is a great lesson to understand. The wise person like Yudhishthira, rare people, who is always truthful, is known for that truthfulness. In the war even, many calamities he faced because he was truthful. So he is thinking, for my cause, these people are dead, Brahmins are killed, friends are killed, relatives, my father. Fathers means a mother, my father-in-law, like all relatives, all relations. It is fight between in the family fight, no? Teachers who are my gurus, who have taught us archery and others, they are all killed. 50th verse. The dictum that for a ruling prince with the duty of protecting his subjects, slaying enemies in a righteous war is not a sin, fails to convince me. Yeah, it is said, you are a king, so you should fight. That is a reason. That's your duty. And you have to do the duty, otherwise you will incur sin. For that reason, I enter into the fight. But that reason is not catching his mind. So he is not happy with this argument now.
Because we were reading now in Shantigita, Swabhavik Karma, Nitya Karma, Vainitika. For kings to do this, it is the Swabhavik Karma or not?
No, it is ordained by the scripture. Society, how to run, what is the duty? Duty is a principle.
Nitya Karma?
Nitya karma, no, that's a different thing. We should not put it here. You can say not nitya karma, special occasion, big war, fighting there, but don't put it in that line. I would suggest that it is the duty of everyone. Indian spiritual tradition talks about the duty of everyone. And duty means what? Duty means what is to be done, what is best to be done by a person in his own field of life. He's a teacher, should teach. A doctor should help with a sick patient with his medicine. A warrior should be, says a police. What is the duty of a police? To save the people who are good people against those who are trying to destroy the peace of others. No? So they are the gun. Their gun is for that purpose. And for that purpose they do sometimes something. It is for the good because he has saved certain life. So this is the duty of a Kshatriya, that he should have to fight righteous war. But this argument is not giving him satisfaction. He's thinking, I am responsible. I have done. I again comes. No? 51. The tremendous suffering I have caused to the women folk. Women folk means because all the war was going on not with the women. All men folks are in the fight. And those who are here, they have their mom. How many mothers thousands and thousands of mothers' tears. They cried for their children. I am the cause of their tears. So he's thinking tremendous suffering I have caused to the women folk whose relatives whose relatives have met with death on account of me is something that it cannot be atoned for by any rites which could be performed in a householder's life or by charities or sacrifice. I can do great charity. I can start big um, rites and rituals as we do after someone's death because Shraddh. uh, but that is not giving me satisfaction. See, if Yudhishthira feels like that, such an exalted character, what about us? Naturally, we cry and weep. We feel the sadness. It's natural. That's why he said that it's some and all these have met with that death, and that cannot be atoned by any action I do. I can give charity to people, I can be selfless and gift to others, but that will not compensate my action of giving engaged into the war. 52. Hardened dirt cannot wash away fluid dirt. The effect of small quantity of an intoxicant cannot be neutralized by drinking large quantities of it. So also the death you cause once in ignorance cannot be expiated by the deliberate slaughter of a very large number of living creatures in sacrificial rites. So it is all my fault. Main point, it is all my fault. And that's why I could have stopped the war, but I have become the cause of victim of this, causing suffering to the persons who died, to their relatives, to their mom. So I have caused a severe uh, destruction to others. So that is the end of the chapter 8. And now we come to the chapter 9. So this is book 1, chapter 9, and we are starting verse number 1. Here, the sutta, the narrator was describing. So narrator again starts continuing what he was telling. Iti bhita prajadrohat sarvodharma vivitsaya tata vinasanam pragat jatra deva pratupatat. Now Sutta said, Yudhishthira, being distressed by an uneasy conscience due to the fear of having brought about great misery to the people, and anxious to have all his doubts regarding righteous conduct cleared, now went to the spot at Kurukshetra where the war happened. And when so saying so, Yudhishthira went to the ground where the war was conducted. And then the whole troop, all the family members, Arjuna and others, and so all went to the place of Kurukshetra where the war has been conducted. And there, Bhishma, who is on the just waiting for death on the arrows. No, it's called the Arjuna made that bed. Anyhow, those are very pathetic scene to think about. But it says that where Bhishma, whose other name is Deva Prata, had fallen in battle and was lying on a bed of arrows, awaiting an auspicious moment to depart from his body. He was given the boon that no one will be able to kill him unless he wants himself. and no one can cause his death unless he wish to give up the body. So he is waiting in the war field on the arrows. Second verse. He was followed by his brothers. He means here brother Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira was followed by whom? His brothers. That means Bhima, Nakula, Sahodara, all the brothers, Arjuna, mounted on their chariots. They are all warriors. They have their own chariots. So there is an gold decorations and drawn by excellent horses. They are great warriors. So they are all going. Page 39. As also by the holy rishis, and they, like the rishis, the sages who are present there, like Vyasa and Dhamma. These are some great sages. So all them were following Yudhishthira. O Holy One, Bhagavan Krishna with Arjuna also followed King Yudhishthira, who amidst all these, looking like Kubera, the Lord of Wealth. Bhagavan Krishna is also going, no, in his chariot. So Bhagavan Krishna with Arjuna also followed Yudhishthira, who is going to the battlefield. Now battle is over, but the battlefield is there, and what is called Bhishma, to see Bhishma, who Yudhishthira, the king Yudhishthira, who among all these people looked like a Kubera, the Lord of Wealth, and surrounded by his celestial following. That means Yudhishthira become the king now. So his royal things all around surrounding him. He is like a very rich king, Kubera. Kubera means the God who holds all the wealth of the world. Kubera is that God. So he looks like that. Seeing Bhishma lying there like a god, Deva, fallen from the heaven, all the Pandavas, together with their following, as well as Sri Krishna, saluted him by making prostration. They all approached and went around where Bhishma is lying on the arrows, and everyone went and prostrated and saluted. Verse number 5. O best of men, now they are assembled to meet Bhishma, the great leaders of the Kurus, numerous rishis from among the Devas and Brahmanas, as also royal sages. So he's describing a gathering surrounding that Bhishma, who all the holy sages and Krishna, Bhagavan Krishna himself with Arjuna, Yudhishthira, and all around. 6th verse. O knower of Vedas, among those so assembled, knower of Brahma, Vedas means he is talking about the blind king. Naka ki bolche. Knower of Vedas, Parikshit ki bolche. Parikshit. Among those so assembled were Parvata, Narada, Dhumna, the divine. They're talking about all these great people who are the great warriors, great sages, their names are. So we need not have to go through their name. 6 to 8 verses you go. His name is Bharadwaja, Parashurama's disciple, Vasishtha, then Gautama, Atri, etc., etc. So all assembled around that, the holy sages, and also the Duryodhana is gone, Yudhishthira and Arjuna and God Krishna and other kings. So now, verse number 9. Seeing all these distinguished persons assembled, Bhishma, who was one of the Vasus, who knew what virtue is and what was acquainted with the ways of behaving according to place and time, verbally extended a warm welcome to them all. See, he's lying on the bed of thorn or what you call arrows, but he has no body identity. He is addressing all these people who came around him, and he knew he is the person who knew what is the duty, what is the responsibility, what is the purpose of life. So he is acquainted with the way of behaving, how to behave according to a particular time and place, as Holy Mother said, and time, place, you have to behave accordingly. Uh, So verbally then that the Bhishma extended a warm welcome. He said, okay, you have come here. So tell me, what is the purpose? No? He asked that. He did homage to Krishna. Who? He means here? Who? Bhishma. Bhishma is saying to Lord Krishna. He means here Bhishma, the King Bhishma. So he did homage to Krishna, whose powers he well understood and whom he knew to be no other than the Lord of the world, and who had assumed a human form by his mysterious power. These are definition of Krishna. Krishna, who has the mysteriously infinite God, has taken a form of human form. So Krishna, whose powers he well understood. Bhishma understood the great power of Krishna, and whom he knew to be noted none other than the Lord. He is the God and creator of the universe, Lord of the universe, and who assumed a human body by his mysterious powers. He who was the resident of the heart of all. Krishna is also the resident of the heart. He has come down as a human form out of compassion. Bhishma knew everything. Seeing him, he saw the sun, so he was respectfully putting homage to Krishna because of that. He saw the sons of Pandu. Pandu means Yudhishthira, Arjuna, and others, seated before him in all humility and love, and addressed them with eyes blinded with tears of affection. Here's Pitamaha, is the grandsire, so his tears are flowing away, and seeing the all these Arjuna and others seated together, and the whole assemblage of the sadhus and others. So now Bhishma on the glory of Krishna. Now Bhishma is praising Krishna. As Kunti, Mother Kunti praised Krishna. So Bhishma on the glory of Krishna. So verse number 12. What a tragedy, what travesty of justice that you, who have always had holy men, laws of righteousness, and the Supreme Being Himself as your pole star in life, should have had to spend your lifetime in such utter misery. This is on verse number 12. Aho kastam, aho annayam, যদি ইয়ং ধর্মনন্দনা জীবিতুং না arhat klishtam vipradharma chutasraya. He says, what a tragedy, what a tragedy, what a travesty of justice, that you who have always had holy men, laws of righteousness, and the Supreme Being Himself as your pole star in life, should have had to spend your lifetime in such a mystery. He's talking to Duryodhana and Arjuna and others. 13th verse. After the super archer, King Pandu died, your young mother, Kunti Devi, with several little children on hand, had to pass through the troubles and tribulations without number. I deem that all your miseries were the product of the spirit of time, to whose sway all the world with their guardian angels are subordinate as clouds are to wind. Everything happens in time. So you are all the children of Pandus, you are the kings, and God, Krishna is your friend, but you are underwent so much suffering. It is God's Leela, inscrutable. You cannot understand that. And I deem that all your miseries were the product of the spirit of time. In time it happens. Time Kala is called the Kala, Mahakala. In the cosmic time, see, everything is happening in cosmic time. The sun is coming, big sun is coming to our little sun and is stored away, and the planets have been created. Now this earth is situation, it has changed so much. So everything is happening, is mixing, coming together, destruction, all this happening in time. So time is the cause. How strange that danger should stalk the fortunes of a family that has the son of Dharma, as it said. You are all Arjuna and others. Your head, elder brother, is the embodiment of Dharma, righteousness. And you have to go through such miserable condition. That has gone the protection of Bhima, which is mighty mace, and of the greater archer Arjuna, having the reputed Gandiva for his bow, and that has above all Sri Krishna as their ally. So it is saying this, we cannot understand, but it is in time everything is happening. So in our life, what happens? Think. In time we come, we associate. In time we dissociate. Look at our life. In our life's journey, we met so many people. They came into our life at a particular time, and our life is going on. Some other people are coming, some other people are going. So this is the going and coming is the play, and that's a trajectory. We are already moving in this. So it is that because you have Bhima, such a powerful warrior, you have Arjuna, such a powerful warrior, and above all, Bhagavan Krishna is in your support. But still, so much suffering. It has happened because of time. In time, it happens. And Kala. O King, none can know the will of the Supreme Being. King means here Yudhishthira. O Yudhishthira, no one can understand the play of the Supreme Being. Even the far-sighted rishis who have tried their best to fathom the divine mind have always recoiled from it in utter failure. God's play no one can understand. Therefore, O great leader of the Bharatas and master of the kingdom, that means the, uh, the Arjuna, no, Yudhishthira. Oh, Yudhishthira. Simply say, you can say Yudhishthira, but they have given so much beautiful language. Oh, great leader of the Bharatas and master of the kingdom. Recognizing that all that has happened has been wrought by providence. By God's will it has happened. No? Take it that way. Don't blame yourself. You think you are the doer. You are nothing. In the cosmic play it is happening. All this coming, going, happening in time. Without you, it will go on. As Gita says, Gita also Bhagavan says, Lokakshakrit praviddo. I am engaged in destroying the lokas. I am the Kala. I am the time. And as a time, I am the killer of everything. No? Is it tick, tick, tick? Is it not? Is it waiting for anybody? Tick, tick, tick. When we started, 1 hour is past. Tick, tick, tick. And in this 1 hour, we have become 1 hour old. Some people have died by the time, some people in excruciating pain now. So in time, everything is happening. So don't blame yourself that I am the cause of this, you are the cause. Think this way, it is happening in time by providence, by God's will. Simply, you can think it is God's will is happening, but you have to be humbled. Wrought by providence. Follow the dictates of the divine will. Protect the people who have now become like unclaimed orphans. This Krishna is verily the perfect being, Narayana, the origin of all. He is now enacting his divine play, appearing incognito as one among the Vrishnis and hiding his real nature from the world at large. He knows Krishna is God himself. He is hiding his divine nature and behaving like an ordinary person as usual. 19. O King Yudhishthira, his greatness is partially perceived only by Bhagavan Shiva. Only Shiva can understand the glory of Krishna. No? Uh, a jeweler can understand another jeweler. No? Otherwise, they will give you 5 pounds of brinjal, what is called eggplant. You take a jewel to an eggplant shop. He does not understand. He will say it's a cost. It sounds good, so I can give you 5 pounds of eggplant. But I give 6 pounds. But no, I've given more. And when he goes to the jeweler, then he gives you okay, $1,000,000. So they can understand. So Shiva can understand Krishna. The divine says Narada can understand. Kapila, who is the divine incarnation. None without his grace can understand the greatness of him whom you have been looking upon as your uncle's son, a dear friend, a selfless ally, and the most important well-wisher of yours, and whose service you have utilized as an advisor, a messenger, and even a charioteer, taking advantage of his intimacy. You didn't know he is the Lord of the universe, but you have thought he is my charioteer, he is my guide, he is my friend, he is my this, but he is the Lord of the universe. No kind of elation or humiliation is felt by him on account of this or other actions, because he is the soul of all, even sighted, non dual, devoid of egoism, and free from all taints. Krishna was not disturbed by anything. There's so many people killed, so many people are born, so many people are winning. This party is winning today, that party is winning, and there's all this turmoil going on. It is not, he is not affected by that. But O King, see his mercy towards persons having unswerving love for him. Eh? For when I am about to be abandon my vital energies and pass away, here has Sri Krishna came by my side to bless me with his vision. You see God's grace. I will give up my body. I won't give up unless God comes. So God, as Krishna, has come to show me his kindness. So 23 and 24. It says, by concentrating one's mind on whom with intense devotion, and by reciting whose names and glories with one's lips, a dying aspirant is liberated from the bondage of desire and duty. May that Bhagavan, with his radiant face, be beautified by the benevolent smile and lotus like eyes, who is generally realized only in the heart of meditation, remain before my very physical eyes till my life leaves my body. So he said, what a fortune Bhagavan has come. This I will not give up my body without his grace. So he has come so kindly before me, before I leave my body, and all people should crave for it. Before death, they should crave for this, to see the God's grace. So we end here today. That means it is all the glory of God has been spoken. So when he comes for the good. Even he is creating all these things, is God's will, it is happening. So don't have to blame yourself. Rather, we should have to get a surrender, fall at the feet of God, to have that surrendering attitude. Yes. Okay, so we end it. Then we have a little question. I'll go to that. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Panamastu. Now we'll have another class at 7:30. Evening prayer will be at 6 o'clock. And then 7:30 will be our Santi Gita, the song of peace. Yes. Now the question. Okay.
last 23, 24. A dying aspirant is liberated from bondage of desire and duty. May the Bhagavan, with his radiant face beautified by his benevolent smile and lotus-like eyes. Who is Bhagavan?
Bhagavan is God.
It's just God, so that's a name for God.
Bhagavan is another word in Sanskrit called Bhagavan. Bhagavan means he who has special powers. Bhaga means Aishwarya. Aishwarya means the glory, which ordinary human may not have that glory. So it is in Sanskrit it is called Bhagavan, that God who have this special power of extraordinary power, extraordinary heroism, strength, all these 6 qualities, they are called Bhagavan.
Thank you. That's good.
That's it. No question. Thank you. So, thank you all. So, we'll meet you again at 7:30. Jai Ma. Yeah. Right.